Hey folks, welcome back. We got us another tractor project to work on, and it's gonna be a pretty good one, I think. Stick around.
There it goes.
Let's tear down! Alright, this is a little 650 John Deere, and originally it was brought to me to get this drive shaft put back in, and it's got a shift fork for the four-wheel drive down inside the transmission that's going to have to be replaced, and that was what we knew of. And it was dropped off at my neighbor's house. He's friends of the owner of this one. I've never actually met the gentleman, and when we went to bring it down here, we discovered a couple of other major issues. Number one, this makeshift little coolant reservoir here, whenever we were trying to crank it, it was blowing coolant back out of this every time one of the pistons was coming back to the top. And then it did pop off and ran on one of two cylinders. We got it down here. We discovered this oil leak right here that's pretty fresh after the paint job it's had. So my guess is going to be a head gasket at best or a head cracked at worst. So I'm fixing to tear into this thing. It's a pretty clean little tractor. You can tell they just threw a paint job on it, whoever had it. It hasn't really been beat up too bad, you know. Still solid. Not a bad little ride at all. One thing that does concern me about the health of this little engine is the fact that they took this crankcase breather right here and routed it up here and taped everything off, as if they were trying to conceal something like smoke, blow by. Anyway, we'll get into it. We'll see what we can figure out. Stick around. We're gonna start with draining this old radiator. I would catch it and reuse it, but I'm not sure the shape of what's about to come out of this. I don't know what all has mixed and mingled, so we're just going fresh. Pretty green. Well, the guy didn't have much left in there. While that's draining, we'll come right up here. I'll take, as I do this, I'm gonna leave as much on the head as I can. That was good, Andrew. Good job, buddy. Yeah. No sense in disassembling stuff that doesn't have to be disassembled. So we'll just, like I say, leave what we can on here. Wow. Come on. Yes. Oil in the intake. That's not a good sign. We'll keep digging, see what we can find here. I want to see what they had taped in the end of this. Bring y'all right there. Okay, that's why. All right. me show y'all what they were doing. That is, oh, that's crappy. That is so super crappy of whoever did this. Y'all see what I just did? They were plumbing the blow-by back into the intake, because that hose right there, the blow-by hose, that's the original clamp for it there. All it did was it went straight down. Shysters. Okay, I want to show y'all something. Here's that breather tube. Look at it. Just pouring oil out of it. Dang. It's alright. That's alright. We're going to make it better. I think what I'm going to do, get you guys down where you can see. That's pretty good. I'm going to leave exhaust manifold, intake manifold, injectors. I'm leaving everything on this head water pump that I can leave on it. So that's just less disassembly. I mean, it's not technically required in this for what we're going after right here. Yeah, I think we may have found our answer. I think it was leaking through the gasket. It looked like it was peeled up pretty good. Didn't blow completely out, but it was separated because it looked good this way on this side, right there in the middle where it looks so bad. But my concern is they were trying to hide that blow-by so hard. It lends me to think that it may need a ring job. So we're gonna look into that too. Okay, quite honestly, I don't know where I left off. So we'll just pick up right here. This is the next chance I got to get out here and work on it. The battery's about dead, got it on charge. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at these cylinder liners because I believe one of them's cracked. Just from the amount of antifreeze that was blowing back out of there. So I'm gonna try and turn it. Like I say, got the battery charging. We're gonna see what we see on the other one. There is some scoring. The head wasn't down very tight, so because after looking at the torque specs, it should have been crap, I think the final was 90 pounds. I think it was 30, 60, 90 was the sequence, but they just didn't feel like that to me. And that's one thing I did where I screwed up. I should have put a wrench on it and broke them loose with that instead of that little impact. But that's just jumping the gun. I was expecting to see a sure enough blown out head gasket. That's not exactly what I found. I don't know. Either way, I gotta drop the oil pan because at the very least, with the amount of blow-by that it had, it's gonna have to have rings. Just look at the amount of oil that just poured out of the intake when I turned that head over. Quite impressive. All right, got the last couple of bolts to pull out of this oil pan here. Let's see. Come here. Last couple coming out, and we'll just see what we got when it drops. I think I got them all. No, I must have one left on the other side. Yep, right there. Let's see what kind of funk we find in here, if anything. What that was. Alright, we'll just let that little fella drain for a while. See if we can get these pistons out. Oh, that's inconvenient. There we go. Alright, first look at a piston here. And just as I suspected, we got a broke ring. Pretty gnarly. Alright, let's get the other one out and see how it's looking. Alright, here's our culprit right here, twofold. Number one, your oil scraper ring is supposed to look like, focus, it's supposed to look like that right there. Have the split in it where it gets put on all the way around. Okay. Not like that with a big old chunk missing. And on top of that, it's damaged the piston too. You can see right in there, it's actually chipped out. Focus in. It's chipped the lip in there. Maybe that's showing up. So we'll be, yeah, see right here, that's where it was rotated around to. You see the smut right there. If you look at it, you can kind of see the line. That's where your blow by was happening, right there. Oh, there's some ring for you. That's where she's blown out. That's where your problem is. There's the rest of the ring. So actually the oil scraper, no, it is broke. I can see the broken edge right there. I thought I saw a piece of it fall out too, because the ends should be squared off like that is on that one, not jagged at that one. So the piston's toast. So we're gonna order some parts. Alright, well, time to give the owner the bad news / good news. Now that we figured out what the problem is, we can at least fix it. So if you like this kind of stuff, we'll be continuing on with this project. We're just gonna do it a double two-parter. We've torn it down, now we're gonna fix it. I'm fixing to go in the house, order some parts, and y'all stay tuned. Click the little buttons down there, because they'll let you know whenever you're going to see the other half of this. So stick around.